What's up guys, welcome back to Seiya Awakening. The banner on Global this week is Sagittarius Aioros again. We already did his review, I'll leave the link in the description below, so that gives us a chance to catch up on some characters that we're still missing. Today we're going to be looking at ARIES Mu, and it's the perfect time to review him on Global because with the release of the AoE attackers such as Saga and to a certain degree Doko, he becomes a really useful and powerful counter to them. Before I forget, if you enjoy the content, if the guide is useful, please remember to hit like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Let's get started on Mu. ARIES Mu is a Cosmo attacker, but that's not really his function in the game, at least not attacking directly. What he does have is a crap ton of HP, and mine isn't even 8 cents, so this can go way up. This plays really well into his function in the game and the way that his abilities work. His first one, like most other Saints, is a crappy single target attack, which does 80% damage to begin with. The second one though, the Crystal Wall, is a protective ability that allows Mu to place walls either in front of himself or in front of an allied Saint, and absorbs some of the damage that that Saint is receiving. The wall starts off by inheriting 24% of Aries HP, and this could go up to a total of 32 with skill ups. Now, why do I say absorb instead of prevent damage? That's because his third ability, the Starlight Instinction, is not only an AoE attack with a pretty crappy multiplier of 95%, but it also has the ability to release some of that damage that the wall absorbed. That means that after Mu's wall or walls have been attacked several times by the enemy, all of that damage that they absorbed is going to be converted into energy that Mu can release with this attack. It starts off by converting 70% of the damage absorbed, and that can go all the way up to 79% with skill ups. And the best part is that when it releases it as true damage, which ignores the enemy defense, meaning it has an even higher multiplier. His fourth skill, which is a passive, gives Mu the chance to repair some of his walls after the turn ends. And notice that I keep saying walls. This is very important in what we're going to discuss, the ways to use him shortly. Because by combining him with Luna, we have the ability to put up not one wall per turn, but two, and each one lasts for 2 rounds. So we could have a total of 4 walls on the battlefield at the same time, absorbing damage, and this is where he becomes that great counter to AoE damage dealers. They have no option but to attack all walls absorb damage, and in the next move, Mu pretty much deletes the enemy team. The choice of which skill to upgrade in case you pull some additional moves is not as straightforward as other Saints, but we agreed on stream when we did the review together that the first priority should be the Crystal Wall. The more HP this thing can inherit from Mu, the more damage it can absorb and the more damage it can return. The fourth skill sounds really interesting to upgrade as well, giving Mu the ability to repair those walls, and this goes from a mere 50% to 90%, which is almost guaranteed. After a couple turns, again combining him with Luna, we could have walls at full HP absorbing as much damage as possible without it being broken, without killing us, and then one-shot the enemy team. But this would require a huge commitment. In order to get this to 90%, you would need a lot of additional moves, so I think start with the Crystal Wall, then maybe throw 1 or 2 at the Starlight Extinction if you happen to have them, and that could give you a better bang for your buck than trying to go all out on this one. At the end of the day, if the wall has more HP and you can return more damage, then it's pretty much mission accomplished. Moving on to his Cosmo, in Global, by far the best option right now is Eagle Eye, not because he benefits from the Cosmo attack. The majority of Mu's damage is going to come from the attacks that he absorbs, not from his own Cosmo attack, so this is pretty useless, but is the only one that gives him an HP boost for now. In the future, already available here on SCA, is this Anti-Stick, which gives him 2 boosts of defense, physical, and Cosmo, but it also gives him some status resistance, because Mu, like all other Saints in the game, is susceptible to being controlled. He can be silenced, he can be stunned, he can be petrified or frozen or whatever the heck it is. If we can prevent that from happening, there's a higher chance that we'll get to move, we'll get to put some walls up, or we'll get to return the damage. Under Lunar, Tenacity and Bloom are the best options. 2 hits of HP, which is great for his survivability and for the walls as well. One gives physical defense, the other one gives Cosmo defense. In the future, once Knowing is available, this might be an option as well. It only has 1 HP boost, but it has 2 hits of resistance. Again, if we can move, we can do stuff. Under Star, we have a couple of different options depending on what we want to do. The first one of them is New Moon, which gives him a huge speed boost, and this is great if you're trying to time him as close to Luna as possible, because remember, if Luna gives him the double turn, but then there's a big gap in between the time that Luna moves and the time that Mu moves, then he could be controlled again. If we can minimize that speed gap, make him move really close to each other, then there's a higher likelihood that he'll get his 2 turns before they're cancelled. 2 other options are Lotus and Letter. Lotus gives him HP and speed, but you lose the status hit because he doesn't apply any debuffs. And Letter is kind of the same thing. It gives him some resistance and some HP, but you lose the status hit. The last one would be Butterfly, ally with a physical defense hit, status resistance, and speed, but no HP. And under legendary, we also have a couple of options. The first one, and my personal favorite, is Hephaestus Armor, because the only characters that are really gonna one-shot your Mu and try to get him out of there as soon as possible are physical attackers. So it's pretty likely that you're gonna be hit with a critical hit. With Hephaestus Armor, we can generate a shield equal to 15% of our max HP, and because our HP pool is already so huge, then this is actually a great boost for Mu. The other option is Soul Berry, which after every action, if you're under 45% HP, you will recover 20% HP automatically. Now, if you're not under 45 HP, then there's no effect, so I think Hephaestus is still a little bit better, although they both give you a really good HP boost as their main stat. The last one I'll mention is Mandala, which reduces the damage you receive by 50%, but the main stat is speed. If we're already using New Moon, then we're likely to be very close to Luna. So I think the speed boost here is wasted, and I would much rather go with a big HP boost from Hephaestus, or if I don't have a good Hephaestus, then go with Soap Berry. In his substats, we're looking for survivability. We want HP, we want defense, both types if we can get them, we want some resistance so we can move, and if you find some speed here and there that helps you get closer to Luna, then that's good as well. But really, the main focus, HP, because everything in his arsenal depends on his own HP. Now, Mu is a very versatile character in that he's there to protect for a little while and then to return the damage once his walls absorb it. So he really plays well with a lot of different teams. We tried to figure out what the best team for him was on the stream, and we ended up with a list of like 20 characters. Literally, he can play with anyone. You can include him in a nuker team to protect your squishy damage dealers, or you can include him in a control team, for example with the Ice Boys or whatever, or you can go full tank, make it impossible to kill anything, frustrate your enemy, absorb damage, prevent other guys from dying, and just basically force your enemy to quit because he can't kill you. Particularly useful, like we already mentioned for him, are Luna and Kiki. Kiki because he can generate enough energy to give Luna a turn, a chance to use her skill, and there will be 4 energy left for Mu to get 2 shields up on the first move. Luna obviously to give him the ability to move twice, and from there on out, literally anything. He can combine well with Xion when he's available. There will be shields all over the place, nobody will ever die. He pairs well with low energy attackers such as Milo and Sila because Luna uses 1 energy, Mu uses 4 to get his shields up, so that only leaves 3 available for other guys to do something. If you go in with a low energy team, then you can keep attacking without needing all that energy. Other protective saints such as Saori, healers like Jamian, Katia, Marine, Pandora, they can make your team almost impossible to kill. It is incredibly frustrating playing against any of these combinations. Even good old Cassius can be annoying if paired well with a protective team. Among his weaknesses, the main one has to be control. He's susceptible to all types of controls just like any other saint except I think Saori. So if he's silenced, if he's frozen, if he's stunned, then he's not gonna use his ability, he's not gonna generate shields, he's not gonna protect, he's not gonna attack, he's not gonna do nothing. Another one would be single target damage dealers that can focus his teammates that are not protected by the wall, dwindle down his team until there's only a couple of characters left, and then there's really not much Mu can do when it gets to that point. The damage that a single wall will take is not enough for him to return it and wipe the enemy team. You really need a lot of walls to be hit at the same time to reach those damage levels, so a strong single target attacker will eventually shred his team and win. And lastly, the fact that he's really a PvP exclusive unit. He's not very useful in PvE. I think there's one use maybe, which is Athena Trial, although I confess I 5-starred mine, I equipped Cosmo, I tried him on Athena Trial to clear levels by returning damage, and it never worked. I have heard of other people making it work. Maybe mine is just not good enough, I should try again. But other than that, he is exclusively PvP, so he has limited uses in the game. And that's really about it for Mu. We're gonna try to test him. Unlike the Spanish review yesterday in which I had somebody try to counter my team using a Mu, we're gonna try to counter teams in Arena using our own Mu. Now mine is not amazing, it doesn't have 8 cents, it doesn't have the best Cosmo, it's not 6 stars, but we're still gonna try to make it work. We're gonna bring a lot of protection and basically try to get as many walls up as we can, return that damage, and try to wipe them. Alright, I've identified an opponent here in Arena with a really high damage potential AoE from an Araya Shikishaka, a Saga, and well, Milo's there for shits and giggles, but I don't think we have to worry too much about him. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna go in and challenge, and we're gonna set our team. Alright, so in this case, he has 2 AoE damage dealers, and he has the single target here as a threat, which kind of sucks, because if they were all AoE, then I wouldn't have to worry about bringing June. But in this case, this Milo may potentially one-shot me, although we're gonna have some walls up, so if that happens, then that's just really bad luck. I'm gonna go with Xion for protection, I am gonna go with Mu, obviously, I am gonna go with Luna, who hopefully is faster than my Mu, I'm gonna go with my Kiki instead of this data loss, and we're not gonna use Poseidon here, we're gonna use... What are we gonna use here? I'm not even sure what we're gonna use here, but, well, oh my god, we're gonna make it work somehow. Hold on. Who should we Is there anybody else that can offer protection? Protection. Oh shit. Let's go with June. Let's go with June. So the only damage dealer here is gonna be our own Mu. I have no idea if this is gonna work. I mean, we are pretty high level compared to him, so I think it should be okay. I'm not gonna have enough to get this Vine up, so I'm just gonna hope that this Scorpio doesn't ruin my life turn 1. Now, essential in my lineup are Luna for the double turn and myself. If Luna or I, or myself, or I myself, me myself and Irene, if either of us dies, then everything will go out the window. Here comes Gemini, little bit of damage but not terrible. He goes for Xion. Xion ain't never gonna die, bro. Xion ain't never going to die. I can guarantee you that much. Now, if we can get this Scorpio out of the way, that would be fantastic. Alright, we give Mu the double turn again. We still don't have enough to get our Vine up, so we're gonna have to eat some more attacks here. The good thing is, oh no, we did have enough. I'm an idiot. Kiki hadn't moved yet. No worries though, no worries. We're gonna give Marine and June walls. That way, those are like all the essential units in the. Oh my god, we got 3 turns. Holy crap. I don't think Xion is going to die anytime soon because he has like 50,000 HP plus whatever boost we get here in PvP. Alright, now there's some damage. He's still going for my Xion. Oh, you asshole. But we had a big AoE attack from ARIES Shikishaka and we had a big AoE attack from Gemini. I think in this turn, we should be able to, I think, kill everything. We're going to have enough for this. We're going to generate this as well. Now, I am going to release the energy first. I'm going to slow down the speed and let's see how much damage we're going to do here. I have no idea what's going to happen. I've never used this guy in PvP before. That's 26,000. And you know what? Because we gave ourselves the double turn, we can actually do this again. Are we going to get the same level of damage? No. So you release all of the energy in one move. We got 3 turns again. Holy crap, what is this game? We got 3 turns again. But confirmed, you release all of the energy in turn 1 and you have nothing left for turn 2. You get that crappy 90% multiplier or whatever it was. Alright, oh, are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Oh my dears, they just went double AoEs. Double AoEs from Shaka and then an AoE from Saga. So yeah, I think it's pretty much guaranteed, but it'll be interesting to see the level of damage. I don't want to attack them because I don't want to kill anybody accidentally. I want to see exactly how much we're going to do on this release, on this extinction. They're going to be extinct for 65 million years, or 165 like the dinosaurs. 44,000. So you see, this team never had a chance. I brought no attackers of my own, although I guess you could consider Xion an attacker, but we didn't use him. All we brought was walls and return damage. Amazing to counter AoE damage dealers like these. And that's gonna be it for today, guys. That demo went a lot better than I expected. He also counters Pisces really well. I gotta remember to say that because it happens to me quite often on Global. Because you can't control Pisces, even though he shoots single target, when he has a lot of energy available at the end of the fight, he's gonna shoot roses randomly. He's gonna shoot everybody that's on the field, and he has a really high chance of hitting and breaking Mu's shields. So Mu's gonna absorb a lot of that energy, and he can return it just as if it was an AoE attack. Since we don't have a new banner this week, there is no new Saint to review, so we'll be back tomorrow maybe with some galactic duel battles, or maybe with another review. Saudi's another one that I've been asked for a lot, so we may do that one next. Now remember to hit like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye!